myself. Well, I'm kind of tilted now, but that's all right. I'll just leave.
All right, I hit the button.
Sweet.
Yeah. Does that mean we're live?
I think so. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Yeah.
Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm going to now go onto YouTube and load up the stream so I can see chat.
Okay.
In case we have chat.
Let's see. I hear you. I hear music. Everything's good. Cool.
I don't know why. Sometimes I don't see the live thing. It's like I have to...
You gotta refresh it sometimes.
Yeah. But you're in there? You're up in there?
Yeah, it's running. We're in the RoboCo warehouse.
Okay, you know what? I'll just mess with it later. Tell me if we have any fun friends showing up, and I can.
Sure.
I'll tamper with it.
Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah.
I'm running behind on getting that title fixed up. Actually, I'm gonna fix it live.
All right.
In the classic fashion.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's see. We were gone last week.
We were.
We were not here. Now we're back.
Yep.
Feels good.
I was in New York City.
The
city of apples. Yeah.
Wow, the big one.
Yeah.
All right, what'd you do there?
I went to the Games for Change conference, Brandon.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, the Games for Change festival. It's So is it still in the same spot? I haven't been in a few years, or is it the different?
No, they actually moved the venue this time. It was in Hell's Kitchen, which I'd never been to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you saw the Daredevil, you saw all those folks.
Well, so I will say, it used to be held at the Parsons New School building.
Yeah, the Parsons School of Design. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which was very cool. And that neighborhood, last year I went there. There were two great things about that neighborhood that were new to me. Thing one is they had a new bagel place called Pop-Up Bagels that were the best bagels I ever had in my life.
All right.
Thing two is that neighborhood invented these things called trash cans. And they're amazing. The idea is that you put your trash bags into a can, and this does two things. One, makes it easier for garbage trucks to pick up that garbage.
Okay.
And two, it makes it so that the city doesn't smell like hot garbage. And Hell's Kitchen hasn't heard about the new invention of trash cans yet, unfortunately. So there was tons. And also, some of it might have been like FIFA stuff. I don't know.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of chaotic stuff happening in that city.
Yeah.
The finals, right?
Oh, sure.
Finals with the Knicks. That was a big, chaotic to do. There was also Taylor Swift's wedding, also a big, huge.
Oh, I didn't get an invite to that.
Yeah, well, we missed you.
Oh, dang.
We sent our regrets.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot going on in New York City, like there always is, but man, even more so this year. Before we get more into the Games for Change Festival, what are we doing today? We're playing RoboCo, right?
I don't know, man. I got RoboCo up. It's my go-to. I'm scrolling.
Did we finish the cello level? I think
we did.
Right?
We crushed it. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to the next one, right? So what's after the cello level?
Across the goo.
Ooh, crossing the goo. Crossing the goo with you. All right,
that made me think of the little aliens from Toy Story, the claw.
Nirvana waits.
Yeah. Okay. So turn the red valve to stop. I have not played this level ever. This one's
okay.
I'm aware that this level exists. I saw this level while I was being developed, but I have never done it. So that's exciting to me. Turn off any green valve to slow the leak. Oh yeah, I want to do that. And don't touch the goo. Okay. That's all reasonable.
All right. Sorry, I'm just making sure I'm getting our title updated. Crossing the goo with you.
Ooh, I like it.
Calling this one. No.
Yeah.
Alliteration. No, wait. Assonance. Sorry, it's assonance.
What's the difference between assonance and rhyming?
Well, I think assonance is just repeated vowel sounds.
Okay.
And
rhyming is like a specific stanza structure to like rhyme at a.
Yeah, well, and I think it's just it becomes more than vowels. Like consonants get involved. Um, I think assonance is just sort of the
Is
vowel equivalent.
assonance a simpler type of rhyming? Is that right?
I would say so.
So
Yeah.
rhyming's a bigger set of things, and assonance is just vowels.
Yeah. I'm
Interesting.
declaring that to be 100% yes the case. As of
Huh.
now, using my authority as an English major.
Okay. I didn't know any of these things. Yeah, that's interesting. Assonance.
Assonance. Yeah.
Asonance?
Two S's.
No way.
A little vulgar, but it's true.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Examples: go slow over the road. The rain in Spain stays mainly on the plain. Examples of assonance.
I don't care for the first one. I think that's pretty. I guess that's pretty weak. It's weak assonance to me.
Yeah.
Slow and road.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But yeah,
Yeah.
rain in Spain. That's
Yeah,
a classic
that's
from My Fair
classic.
Lady.
Yeah, that's a classic. Yeah, that's how you learn to speak proper English, right? I think that's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. As you're working on this robot, tell me a little
hmm
bit about Games for Change. What happened? What went on? What was? I know the theme this year was about reimagining education and play. Yeah. What did you see? What did you see out there?
Let's see. So this has been a running joke for most of my career, Brandon, but when I go to conferences, I like to tell people that this may shock you, but I don't thrive on the lecture format. So I don't always go to a lot of talks. So,
Sure.
because
Sure.
but I did go to talk with Kelly Lou, working with Games for Change and the Bezos Family Foundation to talk about our Tales from the Middle game. That
Awesome.
was
Very
really
good.
cool. And it was moderated by a guy named, oh no,
Russell Schilling.
Russell. Russell. I was gonna say Kurt. Probably because Kurt Russell. But yeah,
It's
Russell
definitely not.
Schilling. I didn't know who Russell Schilling was. He's apparently a superhero.
He's a
Uh,
really cool guy.
he's a
Yeah.
really cool guy.
Yep.
Uh, Very
He sent
impressive.
me. So he just a real quick aside about him because
hmm
this is fun. He was working with DARPA, right? And
hmm
through his role, he was a part of the like Sesame Street for Kids on Military Bases program.
I didn't know that.
Right, so he would work with Sesame to like create
hmm
programming for essentially families in the military program, who are stationed abroad, and just like Sesame Street is a part of the at-home curriculum for you and I watched a ton
hmm
of Sesame Street as a kid. It's just they're thinking about how to make that happen for people abroad as well, right? So
hmm
um, so he worked with that program, and because of that, like his retirement video is he sent me this retirement video where it's like made by Sesame, and there's like a full on Muppet in there, like talking to him and like celebrating his retirement with him and like having this conversation with him. And it's this really cute tribute that Sesame did like for him, and I was just like, I'm like, I think if I retired and like the artifact of that retirement was like a video made by the Jim Henson company, of
Yeah.
a Muppet talking to me about my career, I think, like, can you get any higher than that in achievements? I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's basically it. Does yeah. It's pretty hard to do much better than that. I watched some short bit. I don't remember who it was. Some comedian was talking about how they were on Sesame Street and how it was the best thing they ever did, and they are now reconciling that their career can't ever nothing better could ever happen than being on Sesame Street. Which
Amazing.
is yeah, which I believe. I believe that's probably true.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. But yeah, anyway, so that was my, when I was putting that coordinating that panel and
hmm
talking to folks and stuff like that, he sent me that video, and I was like, this is so cool, man.
Yeah.
What an amazing thing to have as a little farewell from your career.
Yeah.
And of course now he's retired and moderating panels, so
Yeah.
still out there.
Yeah. He crushed it. It was
Yeah,
real good.
cool.
Yeah, and yeah, the project was really cool. So it was really nice to have a showcase. It was also a little bit of a I don't know if let's call it wistful. I don't know. It was an odd sensation sitting in the audience watching a Filament game that I didn't make being presented by a designer who isn't me, and like everything was going. It was awesome. It was a really awesome experience, but uh, it was interesting sort of being just out in the crowd and sort of seeing it from a third person perspective.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I was very proud. It was really cool.
Very good, man.
Um,
Yeah, you were sagely nodding from the sidelines.
yeah,
You know,
I was
you were
amped.
the sensei.
Yeah.
Like yes, yes.
Yeah, I felt it was more like I felt like dead Obi-Wan from telling Luke
That was kind of what I was picturing.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You're very much dead in my mind in this. Like you're
Oh,
no longer
thanks. I
a
appreciate
part of
it.
any a part of anything.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was that was really nice and uh no, it was good. So yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think what else. Uh David Gagnon from Field Day. Did see a presentation from him. He actually did a nice drawing the parallels for like funding for games and learning and
sure.
how do we make educational media that changes the world and Sesame Street came up in that context as well and that was very cool. Oh, this was funny. I did have someone's like, "Who are you?" And I was talking with Dan White and at the time, and we're like, "Oh, we're from Filament Games," and they're like, "Oh, well, what have you done?" And we're like, "Oh, well, we did like the iCivics games," and she's like, "Wasn't that a long time ago?" I was like, "Well, actually, yes, it was." I mean, it's
Like,
ongoing. It still is also now, but it's true. It is true. That was
it's still happening.
yeah, it was started like 15 years ago. So yes,
Yeah,
you are correct.
right.
But I thought that was funny. That was not a response I'd gotten before. Uh, when
A
talking
long
about
time
iCivics.
ago.
Wasn't that a long time ago?
Yeah,
What have you done for me lately?
didn't you
Yeah,
make that out of sticks and stuff?
yeah.
Like, I don't,
I mean, kind of. We made
uh,
it in Flash, which is,
the
which is
technology
now a tech
equivalent of
that like I think
branches.
contemporary young adults won't even know what that is. I think that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably, probably. I mean, you can get into the. I do think there is like a cohort of young people who are appreciators of like crusty old tech in the
Hmm.
same way that I think it's interesting. Like when I was young and in my adolescence, I remember there's sort of a sense that like music from our parents' era was a little bit more authentic and better, and the stuff we were getting now on the radio was bad. And sometimes I feel like there's like a certain cohort of young people that feel that way about like software, right? Because like
Hmm.
I met this guy through the drifting group who his son is I think 12 or 13 and just getting into gaming and programming,
Hmm.
and he's like, Dad, you were so lucky to like have the era of PC gaming that you had. It was the peak. Like it was like there's nothing better than like the 2000s to 2010 era of games is what this kid believes. And it's like if you think about it, it's like that's the same as a kid in the 90s saying like nothing's ever going to beat the Zeppelin or Beatles groups. Like that
Right.
like they're like looking back at the halcyon days or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think there's some equivalent to that. I think with games.
I was looking it up. I think it was like there is a year in which here, hold on. I might be able to grab it real quick. 'Cause I was just poking around with these thoughts. 'Cause one is like obviously when you look back in the past.
I disappeared.
Oh, did you? Oops, sorry. I can fix that. Yeah. There we go. You're back. Are you back?
No.
No?
Oh, wait there. Wait there I am.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. Let's see. When we're like, oh man, look at all the amazing stuff that's made in the past. It doesn't compare to what's out today. It's like all the stuff that was garbage then has like been forgotten. It's all discarded. So
Yes.
the only things that are left, we're like, wow, all these old houses, they're made out of beautiful stonework. It's like, guess what? All the crappy houses are burned down or
They
been
fell
knocked
apart.
over because they were garbage.
Yeah,
The
right.
things that endure are the things that endure.
The things that are good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Um,
good point, man. That's a very good point.
but there are ups and downs, right? There are creative spikes in different media forms, and
Yeah.
let's see, let's
Well, like
see,
1999, right, as a year for
yeah,
cinema is kind of like
hmm
iconic It's like the amount of legendary films that came out that year is really nuts. I mean, The Matrix, Fight Club, The Mummy, American Beauty, Sixth Sense, Magnolia, like all of that in 1 year. We're lucky if we get one of those a year now, you know?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. There's just like one of these years. I was just looking this up. I think it was like Quake 2, Diablo 2. There is 1 year where like 5 of the most important video games happened at like the same time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to and I have that list somewhere because I remember it blew my mind. I just can't find it. Well, anyway, I'll bring it up later. But yeah, so there are definitely, I would agree there's peaks in stuff, but
yeah,
there's also, people get complacent, right? With media consumption. Like when you're young, like especially when you're like 15, 16, your brain's, more or less able to take in information as it comes, right? You're ready to absorb the world,
Right.
But you're still at this point in which you hear a new album. The odds that that album is the best album you've ever heard in your life are very good because you haven't heard that many albums, right?
True.
And I would say that that level of absorption goes up through like probably like college, where you're just like ready for, if you hear something great, its separation between what you've heard and that is so huge that it like imprints as being like, this is the most important thing I've ever heard. Like I remember in college when like Kid A came out by Radiohead, I was like, well, that's it. They solved it.
They solved
There's
music.
there's no possible way to make a better album than this.
And this is great album.
It is a great album, right? And I remember I wrote like a review for it in the college paper, and I was like, this is available right now illegally. Before it's go download it now, because it's also like Napster era, right?
Yeah, right.
I was like, go download it immediately and then pay for it because it's worth paying for. But it's so good. So, but then so I could hear an absolute banger of an album right now. I'm still like, well, is it better than Kid A? And like it's just harder. It's harder to have that visceral peak reaction. You're also at a point, like as you get older, even if it is the best thing you've ever heard, you've now had that happen. You've also heard the best thing you've ever heard like 20 times. Right? So it's less exciting even to have a new best thing. You're like, oh, wow, that's truly extraordinary. What's for lunch? Like, so like, yeah, all those things, it gets easier to just get complacent. And I think many people lock in to like that youthful reaction as their fundamental evaluation of how good something was, right? They're like, that thing I heard when I was in college is the best music that was ever made because of the way it hit and the way it made me feel is something I haven't been able to replicate.
Yeah.
But I think that's them. I think that's you. I think
it's very easy to project your sort of personal opinion out onto the world as as cultural critique, right? There's like there's a famous, I think it's like a tweet or something, but it's someone saying, they're like, it's so easy to conflate your personal experience with cultural critique. And they're like, I caught myself thinking pumpkin carving's really going out of style. And then they're like, wait, no, I'm just 21 and I live alone. Like, wait, it's just out of style for me.
That's very funny. Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's like that. People do project their personal experience onto the world as though that's what's going on in the world, and I think that is the challenge of aging: is trying to like balance, your personal perception of reality with like the larger reality that you sometimes don't have as much access to because you're old and people aren't going to tell you about stuff. Well, so any other big takeaways from Games for Change? Any other cool learnings? Any other exciting things about the show that you thought like were promising for the upcoming year?
I'm sorry. I don't have an easy answer for that, but I just didn't sort the conference from like that viewpoint in my head.
Okay,
it's like
that's fine.
I saw a lot of the people in the industry that I love to see, like Scott Osterweil and
lovely.
just a lot. Scott was good. Scott's good. It's got some killer bike riding going, and we talked a little bit about I talked a little bit about him with Barry Joseph about like bike camping.
Was
Now that
any
I've said
was
that out loud, it's like I should start bugging Scott and see if we can go on a bike camping trip. Good Lord,
good.
wouldn't that be
That is a good
amazing?
idea. That is a good idea.
Wouldn't that be
Were
incredible?
were there any educational games discussed at this conference? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. I should do better. I
I'm
just
what did you people do out
yeah.
there?
So okay, in my defense, Brandon, like
uh,
this industry is an industry about people who want to make creative, playful things to help people learn things. So
sure.
this industry is filled with wonderful, cool people.
Yeah, playful hobbyist type people who are into
Yeah,
playful hobbies. Yeah, and I think
yeah.
that's the thing that I really like about being in the industry too, is you get
Mhm.
to mingle with that many kindred spirits. So I'm only giving you mild
Yeah,
shade
yeah,
about that.
yeah,
I know lots of stuff was discussed, but
yeah,
maybe we'll debrief about it some other time.
yeah. I would
But
argue like a conference is like maybe not even the best time to learn about the work. Because
right.
what's the most unique thing about a conference is that the people are there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's true.
uh,
Getting to connect with people is, I think, a big part of these conferences and
yeah,
why they continue to exist. Because
yeah,
increasingly we have no opportunities to interact with people, even that work in our own companies together.
a
It's like
hundred,
this.
right? Yeah,
I mean, you and I really didn't talk until we were doing these streams on any kind of regular basis, just because we didn't need to. There was nothing in our work that did that. So,
that's
um,
true, Brandon.
yeah.
That's
So.
sad. Yeah.
Well, I say it here live to shame
Hmm.
you in front of the public, and to disavow any accountability of my own for that situation at the same time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why I bring it up.
Yeah.
But it's I think it's just like the way that we work now is very isolating, and I don't mean we as Filament, I mean we as people
Yeah.
in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
We as human beings work in a
Hmm.
very isolated way sometimes, depending on what you do.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
so you do have to make time just for connecting and
Yeah.
just seeing what kind of opportunities are presenting themselves to people.
Totally.
Very good. Well, sounds like another successful year on the books. And yeah, so we did mention that we had that Tales from the Middle panel, which went
Yeah.
very well.
It did.
And then we also
Oh, I do have another thing. This is
oh
silly.
yeah,
It's so silly. Dan White
okay,
gave a 20 years of filament talk.
yeah, that's where I was going next.
Yeah, yeah. And so he went through uh okay, just logistically, it was whimsically impressive because it was not
He had 20
only
minutes. I was thinking about this. I was
right.
like, he's got 1 minute a year for this
Yeah.
presentation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was one of those like the slides were sort of syncopated up to like syllables rather than concepts, right? So
Sure. Yeah.
it was a whirlwind. I thought it went really well. It was very
Cool.
cool. He even had some time for some future motization stuff.
Okay.
And I liked it. The overall theme was like, we're just getting started, baby. So that was
Love
kind
it.
of, it was very,
Love
yeah,
it.
it was very nice. Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
That I went to. That,
All right.
yeah.
Well, I hopefully we can make him do that one again, maybe hopefully internally, because that sounds fun, and I always love to hear Dan White in
Mhm.
his in that mode. It's
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
very energizing.
Yeah,
Cool.
I thought it was very good. And oh, there was one other thing.
I love this.
No,
You're
there
doing
was two other
Columbos.
things.
You're Columboing me right and
Yes.
left.
Yeah. Oh, it's gotta. Where's
Just
the?
one more
Well,
thing.
yeah.
Just one
Okay.
more thing.
So, the CEO of Neopets was there, Brandon.
Whoa,
That's right.
that's impressive.
Yeah. Then
Did you talk to him?
I could not get him. I followed around and eventually felt like a stalker and gave up.
Okay.
But he was there. It was interesting because he gave a presentation about Neopets, and
Okay.
he is like he's like a believer. He's a person who grew up in the Neopets world, right? So like he is an acolyte of the Neopets place. And he's currently looking at I don't know if you've been to Neopets recently, Yeah, I
Never,
don't know why
never
it
been.
would be, but
Yeah, never been, honestly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so it's actually kind of like it's interesting because it is a city that has been built upon itself for decades. And
Right.
in one place is like a brand new HTML5 minty version of a game, and the other page is like ruins of like Shockwave plugin requests. So it's like it's in uneven repair.
Yeah. It's like going back and playing like some of the older MMOs that are
Yeah.
still live, you know, like
Yes.
it's exactly like that.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
he did do a nice talk about how like um, Neopets was like, you know, an MMO-ish space. You had your area with your pets, and you could like make a little place for them. There's like an economy that was like had safe guardrails on it. It wasn't like, you know, an NFT garbage dump. It was like a fun place to like buy and sell and share. Um, there was even like its own micro culture of like you could use HTML basically to shape your like pet sharing spaces. So
Cool.
people are like doing web development for each other to earn, you know, Neopets currency to upgrade their spaces. Like,
This is ringing a bell from, I think maybe Natasha told me about this or
yeah,
something. Yeah.
yes. Yeah, I think if you were to like be like who at Filament like is aware of like Neopets lore, the entire art team would raise their hand at once.
Yes. That's
So
just one of our
yeah.
prerequisites, right? At this point,
Yeah,
you have
pretty
to have
much, right? Be like, what do you think about Neopets? And they're
your
like, well, here's my tattoo. Then you're like, okay,
portfolio
yeah,
includes a customized Neopets
yeah,
page. Yeah.
yeah. That's actually what I wanted to bother him about. I was like, I needed to be like, yo, you need to understand now that there are like art RPGs out there where artists are like generating art for them and their own characters and other people's characters, and those are used as like fuel to turn the role-playing game engine, and that like you have an entire ready to go adult fan base who all they want to do is draw Neopets being
Right.
friends with each other. And that's like they're out there, they're waiting to be reactivated. Uh I think yeah, so
It's an interesting
anyway,
thought.
yeah, I've got high hopes for the rebirth of Neopets. I wanted to bug him because I was like I got to tell you things. Uh and
You're
there
picturing like
is
security dragging you away and just being
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"There should be
No,
an art
there's
RPG."
RPGs. I'm not crazy. Yeah. The other thing I got to
off
go to a
off to
special
Rikers.
yeah, I
Sorry.
got to go to a special event in which UNICEF partnered with, I forget how to call it. Is it the Lego group? The Lego people, the Lords of
Yeah.
Lego, whatever
Yeah.
you call like the Lego consortium,
The Lego Legionnaires, I think they like to be called.
the
Yeah.
Legonators Guild.
Um.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what is there.
Now I'm thinking of like the Navigators Guild from Dune,
The
but
Lego Group.
the Lego group. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
They showed up in like full all Lego bodysuits and stood stiffly in the corner, right? And they talked through like that's the speakers, you know.
I
Yeah,
like it. Just a
yeah.
trail of bricks in their
Yes.
wake.
Yeah. Oh man, that'd actually be
Uh,
good. But anyway, so UNICEF and the Lego group like teamed up to like build a like positive media like evaluation framework called the RITEC. And it was like eight quadrants of evaluation for making positive impact media.
okay.
And it was interesting because I was like, oh man, we do these things. Like I was like, yeah, Filament could like sign up for this week and just like do this. Like it'd be painless for us, honestly.
Oh yeah.
But then what I didn't get to finish is a conversation with them being like, oh, all right, so I'm totally down for that, but then what? Like what happens? Like does that like help them or does it help me? Does it help people? Like I was just not sure what was next. So I got to find some email addresses and continue that conversation
Sure.
because
Was the idea like just to kind of create like a sort of like body of standards around
well,
this?
I think there's right. So there's like there's the ESRB, right? There's like the software rating for like how old should you be to interact with a piece of video game media.
Yeah, in the U.S.
Yeah, and that's kind of like it's like the opposite of this thing. That thing is like a gradation of potential harm, right? Being like, if you play this game before you're 17, you're probably going to have a conversation with someone about what happened, or
Okay.
or you're going to have nightmares,
Right.
or you're going to find your new favorite media. You know, like it's like
Yeah. Right.
in my brain, I feel like there's something to be said about whether is it. Well, I don't know. What do you think, Brandon? Is it good to like get traumatized through media? A little bit, maybe.
That is an interesting question. I don't know. I think it obviously depends on the trauma that we're talking about.
Sure.
That to me is thing number one.
Yeah.
Certain types of trauma no one ever needs to experience, doesn't need to be simulated.
Sure. Oh yeah,
Just
totally.
to simulate it would be vulgar and so on. But
Yeah.
but I think there is some I think we decided as a society that yes, that is the case when Bambi became such a popular film. You know what I mean? Like and like Lion
Yeah.
King. It's like these children's media have in them traumatic rites of passage that essentially everyone goes through.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And you know, those I think there is something to having that presented in a way that is digestible, and so a kid can start to process that, you know. But I think there's obviously a very delicate balancing act there where you have to avoid becoming salacious, you have to avoid becoming gratuitous, all that stuff I think is to be held in mind. But yeah, I think there actually is probably merit to like, and I think that's something that it's like innate to being alive in a way, almost like when you think about how animals play. You know, I remember when Matthew Berlin gave that great talk at Filament about ludoliteracy, and the way that play is the way that everything learns. You know, when like tigers do play hunting with each other, lions do play hunting with each other, to learn how to hunt and like to cultivate those skills. And then at the same time, I think you could probably argue that like the process of hunting can be traumatic. You know?
Yeah, 100%.
So it's like, so I think it's like there's innate to, you know, trauma is like sort of innate to being alive, because it's, I mean, it's really just like things happening to you, you know, at the very at the very basic definition. So yeah, I think like that's not only is it like, you know, simulated forms of play trauma are something that even animals use for education. You know, even animals do that. I don't think your rods are long enough. But I think, not to belabor the point, I think it is a good thing. If done correctly and in a way that isn't, you know, its own kind of like lasting trauma. Because I remember seeing movies when I was a kid that I wasn't ready for, and they really messed me up, you know, like for a while.
Got an example, like if you're comfortable?
I mean, just like really scary imagery and stuff like that. You know, nothing super. I can't remember anything like super specific. But then I do think that correspondingly made me like I wasn't watching enough like horror type movies or anything like that, because I think I watched The Shining for the first time in college, and I remember like that movie made me like, it was awesome, don't get me wrong, but I was like physically ill for most of it. Like I just felt sick, like feverish and slightly nauseated. Like it had a very negative physical impact on me. And I think that, you know, if I watched it again now, that wouldn't happen, because I have created like a sort of mental separation. But yeah, that's like something you have to cultivate.
Yeah.
I don't know. Were movies ever anything like, did they ever like mess you up like that, or was that something that you were kind of immune to from the jump?
No, I think there was a few, like a month or two ago, there was like a Filament had a little like, is there any media you wish you hadn't seen? It was like a question that was put out there.
Yeah,
I was surprised how quickly my brain's like, yeah, the Animatrix, man.
Sure.
There's like 2 scenes in the Animatrix that like are just like there yeah, extremely upsetting.
Yeah, right.
One of which I literally won't describe on stream.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's good.
the other one I will just is like there was like a big battle between humans and robots, and like the humans were in their little mech suits, and they were getting all stimmed up and ready to go kill robots, and like they're in the big fight, and like one robot pinned down one of the Marines, like each of their like mech suits arms were like pinned, and then like the robot just kind of like perforated the man in the middle.
Ah.
And it was so upsetting. Like it's still like
Yeah.
burned in my brain as like an awful thing. Awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the Animatrix was really good, but I wasn't ready for that stuff. That was more visceral than I was prepared to deal with. And I've certainly seen things that almost certainly would be considered grosser or scarier.
I don't even think it has to be like gore either, because I watched
Yeah.
Duel a couple weeks back.
Mhm.
That made-for-TV movie by Spielberg about a guy who gets chased by a semi-truck for like 2.5 hours.
I don't know
Um,
about this.
yeah, it is. I mean, it's just basically road rage, the movie. And if you've ever been adjacent to a
Mhm.
road rage experience, which you have, because every single person alive has,
Mhm.
it's a very unpleasant watch in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
You're just like, yeah, these are all the feelings I had when I was having a terrible road rage experience with a scary person on the road or whatever. So
Interesting.
yeah, I will never watch that movie again. It was just it was
Interesting.
it was good and interesting, but man, like, yeah, for most of it, I was just like, I could do this on the Beltline today if I wanted to. I don't need a movie for this.
Yeah.
If I
But
want to, if
I
I have
do
a
think like
deranged motorist in my presence, I'll go outside.
yeah. But
Yeah.
if I look at like the list of movies that are like my favoriteest movies, a lot of them are disturbing to some extent.
Yeah.
Because I think disturbing is like another way to say like this had an impact on you.
Right.
Uh,
Well, and
yeah.
like Gigi's saying in the chat, it's a little bit like exposure therapy in some cases, and it can be good. And I think that's why a lot of Disney movies do include some sort of like, if you're following even just like a Joseph Campbell arc, right? There's always
Yeah.
like a fall. There's a fall for your hero. And
Mhm.
if your hero is very young, oftentimes that's like your hero, experiencing some traumatic loss, whether it's their home or their family or whatever. So so yeah, I think that is an important part of just the experience of becoming, um,
Mhm.
and factors in strongly into educational media for sure. So you're working on a crank right
Yeah.
now. Let's talk
Yeah.
about RoboCo for the first time in 40 minutes.
Yeah, I feel like I've done pretty well since I've only been like giving 25% of cognition into the game.
Yeah, I'm impressed. So this is to extend the bridge. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. The rods look long enough.
Yeah.
Oh, it pivots.
Yeah. I
Okay,
wish
very
there was
good.
like a detent. I wish like
Detente.
so like this thing goes like this and this, right?
Uh-huh.
I wish there was some way to like naturally have it stop back in the perfect middle point.
Oh, there's a
There
return to
isn't.
origin, isn't there?
Wouldn't that's like if I ever let the button go though, right? I guess that might work. I mean
Yeah.
yeah, that's actually a good point. Yeah. All right, let's see if this is gonna work. Yeah,
It's like
IDK, my BFF Jill. All right, here we go. Oh,
I don't know that reference. Oh. Oh.
yeah. Okay. So I need to do some improvements.
Yeah, you need to get into like opposite. You need to just get into two that are like totally
Mhm.
opposite each other. I think you're getting into like
Yeah. Oh,
the same. Yeah, there you go.
I did it.
There it is.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah. Got a little
And then you
extreme.
did a sick flip at the end.
Yeah.
So it was also obviously
Oh.
intentional.
You know what? All this talking made me realize that that's not actually that's not the one I need to
What are you trying to
turn.
do?
I need to turn the red valve that's over yonder
Oh yeah.
to stop
Oh yeah,
immediately.
you're just cranking the practice valve right now, man. It says
Yeah.
practice valve right above it.
You know, because I haven't been focusing what's going on, I thought that the valve was gonna move the bridge over so
No,
I could get across. But no,
no,
that's got nothing to do with nothing.
that's right. Yeah, you got to cross that gap yourself.
I gotta build some kind of machine to cross the gap.
Hmm. Yeah, so this one I really like because it's like
Or,
it's like a kinetic challenge, you
yeah,
know? Like it's like there's there's many ways to solve it,
yeah,
obviously, like is the case with most RoboCo games. But yeah, you could sneak onto those pipes there and use
yeah.
that for traversal. As you can see, you've lost objective 3 now because the goo has been touched. Um,
Yes. I was just curious what's down here.
yeah, what is going on down there? I don't think I've ever looked.
Yeah.
Oh, turns out there's goo.
There's goo, and there's like sub goo. I know it's like all those underwater lakes that they
Goo,
have, like
yeah,
the bottom of the
there's
ocean.
goo accumulations.
Yeah, and then there's like a pizza. Is that a pizza?
I don't know. Let's
Are
get
there
closer.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on this level? Is that what's happening?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I mean,
Are we? Is this lore? Oh, I think you might
there's
be onto
pizza.
something.
Yeah,
I think you might be onto something. You open that thing up and you're in an underground, really cool subway station sewer.
that would be
thing.
amazing.
Yeah.
I wonder if it. Oh no, I'm taking property damage. Is the pizza property? All right.
They're like, we were saving that.
Yeah. Well, now I'm gonna look around for turtles, because I don't think you can have green goo and pizza without turtles. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Yeah.
I also was
I don't even need to get over there.
young in the 90s.
Could I do an insane telescoper? No, I'll fall over.
Well, you also okay. So I think
There's an ID badge on this pipe.
you need yes, and that is
That must be a secret.
there is something for that. Yeah, there is a purpose for that.
Yeah.
So you need to turn off all the valves,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Which means that you can't really reach it from this side necessarily, because there's that one that's like, if you look across,
Hmm.
there's that one that's to the left of the bridge that you need to like.
Oh, there's 2 more valves over there. Okay, so
Yeah, you see.
there's no Reachy McGee strategy that's even remotely plausible.
Nope.
There's definitely a get across kind of stitch.
Yeah,
That's
and
fine.
so with that you can. I've seen people launch themselves across,
Yeah.
just a launch
Yeah.
jumping kind of robot situation. I've seen people. What I like to do, and what is on the official solution, is a decoupler.
Oh, that's fun.
So you like extend a piece across and then release it. Which yeah, it is fun to use. It's fun to have a reason to use the decoupler.
Yeah.
And this is probably the best level to use it on, honestly. Although honestly, you can also use it for pretty much any level. I've seen some really crazy playthroughs where people like kind of they swarm their way through an objective, you know.
Oh, sure.
Which is really neat. But yeah,
I'm gonna
decoupler
go with
or jump.
I'm gonna go with a stretchy
That also
setup.
works. Yep, that also works. You can do like extend your front piece across, anchor, and then retract
Exactly. Yeah.
the back into yourself. Yeah.
Yep. I think that'll be fun because like oh, what are we on time? Am I good on time? What are we doing?
Yeah, you got about 13 minutes left before we
Okay,
get time.
yeah.
Did a
What I
nice
can
Games
do
for
is I
Change
want it
recap.
to be like I'll set up controls to like expand or contract the front half and then the back half. And then kind of like, you know, like reach out with the front wheels until I've made contact, and then move the middle wheels forward, and then scooch, and then pull the back wheels. I think that'll be fun. And I may have to make like a little weight or something to help shift the weight of the vehicle too. We'll have to see.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Or maybe if I just weight the middle, maybe that'll be easier. Oh, we'll find out. So, oh, light blocks, what can't you do? Maybe the finest of blocks. And then I need pistons. I need mighty telescoping pistons.
Yeah, I was gonna say you want like the big fat ones probably.
Telescoping piston large.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a bad joint. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe it's fitting that like as an educational game designer, I like media that's like impactful even if it's disturbing, but I don't know, it's an interesting topic. Sometimes I've been reading a lot of a author named Haruki Murakami, and I just keep on reading his books even though they keep on like messing me up every time I read them.
It's so funny, man. When you were talking about this earlier, I was like, oh yeah, like that one scene in
Wind Up Bird Chronicles.
yes,
Yeah.
in the Mongolian
Yes.
army.
Yes.
Just goes on for pages and
It's
pages
yeah.
and pages. It's just yeah.
What's funny about that is like I was telling someone who works at like the front desk of my gym about that book, and I was like, "Oh, you should read this book. It's crazy. It's messing me up."
Yeah.
And that person's partner actually overheard this conversation, and I actually hadn't talked to them before, but they came up to me and they're like, "Hey, like I'm John. I just want to let you know I read that book you were talking about." I was like, "Oh, really? What did you think?" He's like, "I don't know, man. that there's a scene in there." And I was like, "Yeah, that happens. That happens."
Yeah.
Yeah. He did not like the book. He was not happy about that book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does get to a point where you're
Yeah.
like, I think it's just like there's the, I don't know, it's kind of like Eli Roth. It's like, what is the
Mhm.
point of what you're
Mhm.
doing? You know, like
Mhm.
it's just it becomes a different form of yeah, gratuitous spectacle that
Mhm.
it divorces itself from any kind of impact that could be constructive or interesting or positive. It's like you wrote this just to discourage people from being alive, in my opinion,
Mhm.
and I don't see any value in that. So yeah, I'm averse to that passage as well. And
Interesting.
yeah, it's
Interesting.
just because I don't think there is artistic merit in those kinds of portrayals. To be honest with you, I think that's self-indulgence.
I mean, that's certainly a thing to think about for Haruki Murakami writ large, is like,
Yeah, yeah,
but at the same time, there's something about that too. It's like an a distillation of an author's imagination space.
yeah.
You feel like you're participating in Murakami's dreams,
That's true. Hmm.
and that is only plausible if you believe that this is really what's happening inside his dreams,
Yeah, I
and that
enjoy
includes
his writing for sure.
yeah,
But it's like there's just certain I don't know, there's just certain forms of art that I just don't
yeah,
find to be useful and that and
yeah,
I wouldn't say that about the book itself, but I think
yeah,
that passage just is I think it's without merit because for the reason that you just demonstrated, the person was unable to see any value in the book outside of that passage because that passage is there.
yeah.
It is a deleter of value.
That's interesting. Yeah, I mean,
There's
I don't
there's a
know.
thing that they tell you. There's a thing that
Yeah,
they tell you in writing programs, which is kill your darlings.
yeah,
The stuff that you're like most infatuated with in your writing should be eliminated because it is you indulging yourself. And like to me, that I just and that's me coming from my perspective and my context.
yeah.
But yeah, I saw no worth in it, and it kind of ruined the rest of the book for me in a lot of ways. So
That's interesting.
I can
Yeah,
see where that person is coming from. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's I do like trying to bully people to read Murakami, and I don't expect everyone to like it at all. I'm always
I've read it.
fascinated at what happens. I'm like, tell me what happens.
Well, I've read a ton of Murakami.
Yeah, I'm reading 1Q84 right now. I just started.
That one I haven't read. I did read
Yeah,
Kafka on the Shore. I read
have
Norwegian Wood, Kafka on the
yeah,
Shore, and Wind Up Bird. I read all of those.
yeah. I haven't read
And
Kafka on the Shore yet, but I have read Norwegian Wood and Wind Up Bird Chronicles.
yeah, they were fun, but the thing is like because they are so dreamlike, I don't remember them very well, honestly. Like that's
Yeah,
another aspect of them is like they flow in a dreamlike manner,
they do. They do.
and so like they don't stick with you like a normal plot structure does.
Yeah, I feel like Wind Up Bird is the most so far the most. Well, actually, no. Maybe Killing Commendatory is the most shaped like a book.
Hmm.
Wind Up Bird Chronicles, like this actually helped me. It's like when you're like the arc that like once someone else said this, I was like, that actually helps me lock this what happened in. Is like basically the book is about a wizard battle. It's about wizard battling. And once you put it in that context, then like an actual narrative arc appears. But
Sure.
it doesn't occur to you that it's entirely possible to go all the way through that book and not realize that what just happened was a wizard battle. That's very, very doable.
Yeah.
Uh, but once you know that, then yeah, I don't know, man. Murakami,
Yeah, he's
uh,
cool.
very
He's very
cool.
cool.
He also wrote a book about running.
Yes, what I
Yeah,
talk about when I talk about running,
yeah,
right?
great book.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is a reference to Raymond Carver title.
Yes. Yeah, I thought about. I've been, writing recently reinvigorated on a book about learning game design. I was like, I'm gonna call it while reading Murakami's book about running. I was like, I'm gonna call my book what I talk about when I talk about learning game design. But then when I found out that his title was already an homage to someone else, I was like, I don't want to be third in line on this idea.
Right.
The novelty was being second in line. So
We were
I.
thinking maybe going with Use Your Illusion 2.
Yeah. So that's yeah. I
Amazing.
don't know. Yeah, that's interesting. That uh at least for me, the horrible, horrible part of Wind Up Bird Chronicles we're talking about, I really ultimately really just as an experience, it's so horrifying to read. Uh
Yeah.
and it's just unique to have that level of horror put through in a book form.
Hmm.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's not,
Genuinely horrible.
yeah, not for everyone.
Yeah. That turns out it was another wizard in hand too.
Of course.
Wizards everywhere, man.
It's always
What
wizards.
a problem. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I'll also I find it I'm sorry. No, I could just talk about Murakami forever. So let's not.
Yeah, let's get
We're
back
building
to
a robot here,
we got about
guys.
4 minutes to see if we can get
Yeah.
across this gap. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah. All right. So I need to hook these bad boys up. Uh don't start on. Oh my goodness. Don't return to origin. Uh let's use O and L for these bad boys. O. For O. Oops, did I select a motor by accident?
I don't know.
I want.
Oh yeah, you got the top motor.
There we go. Okay. There we go. O is going to be move out. And then L is going to be move in.
Sweet.
All right, let's just try that real quick. Well, I didn't. I should have turned off the back ones, but that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. Very good.
Yeah.
It's a very normal looking machine.
Totally normal looking machine. All right. That's a successful experiment.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of amped for this. Might be a good one. This might be a cool robot by the time I'm done.
Oh yeah.
So
Off to a great start.
yeah. For these, I'm gonna do U move out and J move in, and then don't start on. All right. I'm gonna just go wild here real quick. See how this goes. Okay, so that's bad. As you can see, I'm already kind of tippy.
Can you maybe you extend back before you extend front?
That's a good idea.
Give yourself a little bit of cantilever.
Yeah. Hey. All right.
There we go. Okay, cool. Now what?
I think I need to get. Oh, I got too much.
Wait. Oh, is it stuck?
I'm stuck. I got too much too much give.
Yeah, there's too much like flex.
Yeah, that's fine. That's so fixable.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, up to and including just a lazy grab all the wheels and give them a nudge. A nudgeroo.
Just send them down one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Stretch.
Offset.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Get the second set of wheels. Easy. Now, nope, not that one.
Here we go. Hit the L.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh. Hey.
There we go.
That's impressive, man. That was very good.
Yeah, I'm pleased with that. That's very cool.
Very good.
It's very cool.
We made it across the gap. That's a tough thing to do. That took me many more iterations when I was messing around with it. So.
Yeah, I like it's very appealing to have these two sides.
It
makes great sounds too.
Yeah, yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. All right, so I got to cross the goo without touching pipes. Apparently that's a secret. Now, I don't think I'm not set up to actually turn this thing.
No. Yeah, you kind of need to be able to adjust the angle and the height of your crank because of how they're all at different angles. And if you look at that other one, that's behind you now, the pipe or valve C, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You can't touch the goo, right? But there's like a goo leak under the valve. You see that?
Yeah, I'm gonna need like an offset.
Yeah, so you need to be able to like reach over to it from the side, so you aren't touching the goo on the ground. That counts against that penalty.
Yeah.
So, likewise, the goo on the ground under this pipe next to you counts.
Yeah.
So.
I also am not quite sure how I'm going to get to this under valve, this upside down one.
Yeah, that's the one. The one I was talking about because it's tough to get over there. Turn off any. Although I will say, I don't think you have to turn off all the green valves. It says any.
Oh, turn off any green valve. Oh, then I've got it made in the shade, baby.
Yeah, so you pick one. So I think that when I did this one, I did this valve that's closest to the bridge and then the C over there, and that was how I completed it.
Oh, yeah, I'm like basically done then. Yeah.
Yeah, you just got to figure out how to angle the crank.
Yeah.
And we're a minute over time, so let's get out of here. Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Well, thanks GG for coming, and
thanks
GG,
everybody.
you should beat some Murakami, and let me know what you think.
Yeah, read about the horrible things.
Yeah.
But thank you everybody for coming today. It's been a lovely time recapping Games for Change and playing a little bit of RoboCo. Next week we will probably get back into RoboCo, maybe play some Zoom.
I wanna finish off this level.
Okay. We'll finish this level off, and then probably the week after that, maybe dig into some Zoom beanies, go for some classic educational game.
Heck yes.
Experience.
Yeah.
We were just talking about Scott, so yeah. It's right on theme.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Well, until next time, thanks for coming by. Remember, we do this most Mondays, unless we're out on a festival.
We should just get back to saying it's every Monday, and then if something goes wrong, something goes wrong. But it's the plan's every Monday.
It is every Monday. Yeah, it is every Monday, barring any force majeure. So yeah, we'll see you next week, same time, same place, right here on the Filament Games YouTube channel. Thanks, everybody.
Yep. Thanks, everybody.